Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. Only the dead have seen the end of pain. I'm Joe Dosh.
I'm Robin Tran.
I'm Connor McSpadden.
And I'm...
Methadone Winnie the Pooh.
Yay! That was a good one.
I welcome our go-to guest host, Tom Goss, and our first female guest, Robin Tran.
Thanks, yes.
First female guest who's present.
That's right. Being transgender is really good for audio.
Yeah. You can't put a plus-size dress on your voice, can you?
There's nothing tinny about it. I love it.
Yeah, when you do a girly voice, you really sound like fucking Bugs Bunny trying to seduce Elmer Fudd.
Well, as you know, everyone, Keith Carey is still out of town because we hate him and don't care for his presence in our lives.
Yay.
So we've brought in Robin today. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi.
So, Robin, you're actually a fan of the show. You said you've listened to every episode.
Listen to every episode, yeah.
What do you have any feelings about coming in, or anything you're excited about, worried about?
Yeah, I'm glad that Connor finally has an outlet to be a cunt to everyone, you know? I met Connor in 2012, and he always wanted me to make fun of him, but back then I'd be like, hey, your hair's dumb, and he'd be like, well, I hope your family dies in a plane accident. I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of a... unfair, excessive.
Connor doesn't have what Kennedy called a proportionate response.
Yeah.
He just goes right. He just goes right to A-bomb.
So I really think that me and Joe are the JFK and RFK of cuntiness.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm glad he met
gunned down before our time.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Well, that sure went nowhere. Let's get into the Mexican.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Robin is a feminist blogger, so let's get into the Hispanic American non-competitive humor fiesta.
So topical.
Spick riffs.
Did you just call it Spick Riffs?
Ah, yeah.
It's my favorite cereal.
Well.
All right. I guess I'll get us started.
Okay.
Broadband access has been declared a legal right of all citizens in Ireland. Broadbands, of course, being what they call the belts they use to beat their wives.
Me?
Go ahead,
Tom.
Yes, Tom.
Fuck.
I mean, it's okay. It's your first. Oh, it's not right. You've done this 3 times, more than anybody. That's
Hey,
not.
we always change the circles.
This is things that like were said to women before they were fucking like killed by inhaling paint fumes in a basement.
Kate Blanchett is talking about joining an all-female remake of the film Ocean's 11. The current working title of the film is Red Sea 10. No.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, I have a stomach ache.
Oh, God. All right. Here we're like trying to long jump with lead shoes. Here we go. A Connecticut police officer caught a fleeing suspect on foot when a passing motorist picked the officer up and drove him ahead of the suspect. In other news, George Zimmerman reactivates his Uber account.
A woman in Hong Kong fought off her rapist and then cut off his testicles and fed them to him. When reached for comment, the rapist responded by saying, "It was horrible. I've never eaten something that was both ironic and pixelated before."
That is starting deep with an Asian.
That was like a King Crimson song. It was long and there was just a lot of different elements, but I think I liked it. Wow. Okay. A Texas man slit his wife's throat and then shared a selfie with her bleeding on social media. A message with the picture read, 1 like equals 1 stitch, 1 share equals 1 suture.
Heavens.
Google discovered and removed an app that triple parenthesized known Jews on Twitter. Google feared that anti-Semites would use the app to halt, control, and delete.
I like how you said anti-Semites like an old too. Like anti-Semites?
Anti-Semites.
I like you're writing jokes with words you've only read before. You did that with like Kate Blanchett, Kate Blanchy Pants.
Speaking of which, the grandson of the founder of Hamas came out of the closet, performs drag shows in New York, and encourages tolerance for the state of Israel. The father of Ramzi Badawi remarked, "Why can't I have a son like that?"
At UCLA, Manak Sakhar committed a murder-suicide, shooting one of the 3 professors on his kill list. The other 2 professors were off campus, so he shot himself when he realized he'd only be getting a 33% on his homicide assignment.
I like it.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
I mean, I would say it's on the good side of mediocre.
Oh, thank you. That was my fear.
You know how you look on your best day? It was like that. All right. A Stanford swimmer has been given a scant 6 months jail sentence for raping an unconscious girl behind a dumpster. Women's rights activists say the sentence is too lenient, but he insists the assault was just a small breaststroke.
Oh, Jesus.
This is particularly brutal.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
I'm just trying to get Robin fired from her blogging
I
job
know.
so we can be friends again.
Yeah.
You like a sleeper cell in here, Robin? What's the deal?
North Korea has tried to make a statement by sending balloons filled with poop over the border to South Korea. There are other plans at warfare include T-Ping, Ding Dong Ditch, and telling on their parents.
Yes. North Korea is a girls' sleepover.
Yeah.
It's turned into a corrupt dictatorship.
Oh, God. 5 Fort Hood soldiers drowned to death in a fast-moving Texas floodwater. Representatives from ISIS announced, "Surf's up in the name of Allah!"
Muhammad Ali has passed away at the age of 74. Little known fact is that Ali had an evil doppelganger who went to Vietnam and famously said, "Viet Cong ain't got shit on me." Sorry.
Wait, what?
I like it. It's funny because you think it's funny.
I don't get it at all.
I do.
I'm assuming there's a Muhammad Ali quote I'm missing.
It's a Muhammad Ali, a Denzel joke. And
I know it's not funny, but I couldn't stop thinking
There's more
about
layers
it. So I
to
had to
that
say
than
it
your
out loud.
makeup. That's
Robin,
impressive.
your jokes are like a firework that you light and you think they're done, you kick them, and then they just explode. Hilarious.
That's how I also describe my brain.
As soon as you write it off, you're like, oh, let's throw it in the bucket of the water. You lose a finger.
And then your little brother gets sprayed with green smoke bomb spray, and it's the best day ever.
It fucks up his favorite T-shirt. All right.
Thank you.
Cricket Wireless customers are experiencing a nationwide outage. Many of them have contacted the provider saying, my phone is not working.
He sold it. Connor was just discussing before we turned the mics on about how he was tired of being a hack to crowds of Mexicans.
I was, yeah.
Listen, they thought I was out, they pulled me back
true
in.
story from my life. I performed at an all-Mexican high school graduation party recently, and I was doing it, and I was just thinking in my head the entire time I was on stage, Joe Dosh was right about me.
Yeah, well, good show, Caucasian party clown. Take it away, Tom.
A young boy is getting surgery to fix his head that rests at 180 degrees because of its abnormal size. Doctors have decided to name the surgery the Joe Dosh.
like surgeries get named like sandwiches at a restaurant he goes to a lot. The Joe Dosh, provolone and traumatic head trauma.
I think that set us up for a joke off, though, Connor.
Ooh.
Here we go. France opened up its first wine theme park. The owners are facing a copyright infringement with Tom Goss's mother's womb.
She likes wine.
Yeah, don't defend your mom. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She can enjoy her wine.
That's
I don't
good.
care. I'm fucked up either way.
Hey, one of our devoted listeners, Tom's dad. Hope you're enjoying this.
During legal battles about wage discrimination, a judge ruled that the U.S. women's soccer team are not allowed to strike. Upon hearing this, U.S. football players responded, "But we're still allowed to strike them, right?"
Ooh.
That was fun.
Reverse that bitch.
A young bear.
Why didn't I do that tag? That would have gotten a real laugh from these
Reverse
guys.
that bitch.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
Oh, we strike you now. You strike them. I don't know. It made more sense in my head.
Again, Tom.
I want to have Tom do like the Dance Dance Revolution commands, like reverse that bitch, or no, the electric slide, dude. We got to do the Tom Goss electric slide. Put your hands somewhere. Two jumps.
Do what you want. Again, it's not that Tom's ever wrong. It's just the ridiculous manner in which he's correct.
The monstrous way, I think you said last time.
There it is.
A young bear has been mutilated in Northern California and stripped of valuable body parts. Individuals with any information on the whereabouts of Keith Carey are asked to report directly to the Mean Boys podcast. Get back safe from tour, Keith.
Award-winning magician Jan Reuven was busted for over 3,400 child pornography videos. Convictions on all charges should get the performer decades in prison, $1 million in fines, and 10 points from Gryffindor.
Tom, that was horrible.
I love that word.
What is the matter? Fucking Professor Crumbumbledore.
I love that.
I'm laughing at just cadence right now.
This week, the Mean Boys podcast will be hosted by a hormonal ladyboy. Robin Tran will join them as well.
Good night, everybody. That's all, folks.
Scholars say that Donald Trump could threaten U.S. rule of law after he threatened to loosen libel laws to sue news organizations and critics. Upon hearing this, Keith Carey introduced a new segment to the Mean Boys podcast, Why Donald Trump is All of the Great. It's about how he panders a lot.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
10 points from Gryffindor.
Wow, this show is rough, guys.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with it.
You couldn't.
That's all I wanted
okay.
from it.
I feel like I should try to do one more and see if I can save us here.
Okay.
Sorry about
Fuck. Okay.
You can do it, Con Man.
Mexican officials have exhumed 117 corpses from a common grave. Among the dead were several drug traffickers in Connor McSpadden's comedy career.
Hey!
No. Okay. Saudi Arabian women are boycotting Uber because they say the company is endorsing the country's female driving ban. The app had a special function for Saudi women: Uber black robes to be worn at all times. Okay,
That's really good.
There we go. Oof. All right.
Thanks, Connor.
You're welcome.
Well, that's one heck of a Mexican joke off, everybody.
Yeah, that was fun. I think we'll go into a new segment right after we hear a clip of Robin Tran's stand-up from her album Santa Doesn't Love Every Kid.
So I'm actually in a really weird phase of my transition right now, where now whenever someone is sexist towards me, I'm like simultaneously like insulted by the misogyny, but actually glad that they acknowledge me as a woman. So I don't know how to balance these two, you know, like someone will say something really fucked up and in public I have to go, oh, how could you? But inside I'm like, oh, tell me more about how I'm a dumb woman. Oh my God, really? You don't think I'm funny because I'm a girl? Oh my God, tell me more. I know it's really offensive, but I love doing that voice, and I'm sorry. My friend Chelsea the other day was like, hey, nice shoes, and I just, oh my God, you like my shoes? Oh my God. I want to be the first transgender woman in history to progress the trans movement forward while sending the women's movement back 50 years at the same time, just to really fuck with people, just by transitioning into a horrible stereotype of a woman. Just, oh my God, this bottle is so hard to open. Can somebody open this bottle? Oh my God, I can't. This homework's too hard. You can call me the C word. I'm one of the good ones.
Guang.
Welcome back to Mean Boys, everybody. Right now, I'd like to unveil a new segment I'm pitching. This is called Hell's Box Seat. And what it is I put together a piece of video of something reprehensible that we're all going to do running commentary on. And after it, we're all going to feel really, really badly about ourselves, more so than the usual tenor of this show.
It's gonna be like that kind of bad feeling where there's like a lot of like really guilty goodness behind it, like eating like some fast food at 1 a.m. You know, this is a Jack in the Box munchie meal for your soul.
You read my mind, Con Man. What I put together today, this is a video I found online. This is an instructional film on how to safely evacuate a special needs bus in case of an emergency, like a.
You don't just get the cattle prod and then throw a bag of Skittles outside. Do you get a border collie in the back?
The border collie.
We'll have a link to this in the show notes, by the way, so you can watch along.
What a good dog! They separated the tards by color.
I would just like to remind everyone that I was in special ed junior, senior year of high school, and I rode the bus, and I don't like them.
And you can.
Why don't you like them?
Bus drivers for special ed are the worst people.
I thought you meant the kids.
No, the kids are mostly cool. I mean, there's assholes in every group, but the fucking bus drivers are all fucking scum.
Can we think of a slur for special ed bus drivers right now?
My dad calls them tard wranglers, but I don't think that's.
Can we have your dad guest host instead of you?
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd do it.
Tard wranglers. Just have a fucking
shorts.
lasso made of a nerd's rope.
Well, anyway, everybody, this is how to evacuate a special needs bus in case of an emergency. This is a concerned bald man.
Yeah. This kind of looks like an old Joe.
It's the guys I fuck. It's got smoke.
Oh, yeah, they're using a fog machine to make fake smoke.
Oh, they aren't retarded.
Oh, they told the kids to cough so that it would look more real, but it looks just they're a bunch of bad little actors.
There's nothing wrong with those kids. Why on the fucking bus?
They're way too well, but they've drilled this before, Tom. I hate this guy's fucking, like, I'm gonna save the day stance. Like, they're already at the school.
Okay, first off, most special ed bus drivers can't even fucking stand up. This guy's gonna walk around. This is inaccurate.
This is like a nerd watching a science fiction movie. Like, whoa, okay, if you open the airlock, explosive decompression would have sucked you outside. That guy's too skinny to be a retard wrangler.
Most fucking special ed bus drivers just sit there and they suffocate on their own fucking heart. Like, they're not.
What happened to you, Tom?
What?
You have a story.
They put him in a sardine can full of mongoloids for 2 years.
I got into a lot of fights with special ed drivers.
Well, it sounds like you were the bad kid.
No, they made me wear a seatbelt, and then we got off to a wrong start. I remember the first time they brought me back to my house. They go, well, where's your form?
Mm-hmm.
I go, what fucking form? They're like, the form to get
I'm
off.
still not on your side. They made you wear a seatbelt.
Hang on, the form to get off the bus. I'm like, no, I just get off the bus like everyone else does. They go, no, you need a form. I'm like, well, I'm not
Papers,
fucking.
please.
And then I'm like, we're yelling at each other, and my little brother comes out. He starts filming it, and and then I just hopped out the window, and then she was like, you escaped. What? Not the window, the like back glass door, and then all the like all
You
the
went
other
out the emergency exit.
yeah, and all the kids were like, what? Like they all gasped. And then
So it looked like the opening of The Dark Knight with tards.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a good
Tom,
analogy.
Most of this kind of sounds like your fault.
No,
Yeah,
they're
Tom.
fucking idiots. Not all
Yeah,
like
but you just sound quarrelsome.
they wouldn't let me off the fucking bus.
So, like, if you didn't have the paper, would you just ridden it around all day?
Huh?
If you didn't have the paper, what's their next move?
Yeah, exactly.
So
one
they're just
time,
fucking with you?
okay, one time I had a bad day and I found a broken down shopping cart at school, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm bringing this with me." And it was the only time I liked the special ed driver because I like wait for everyone else to get on the bus, and I just brought this shopping cart. I was like, "I'm bringing this with me," and they just went, "Okay."
Okay, so they tied it behind the bus and they wrote in like window pane on the back, "Just lobotomized."
No, they attacked it to one of the poles for the wheelchair people, and
Tom
then
said
it just
attacked it. By the way,
Yeah.
just let's all enjoy
attached, and then it kind of just rolled around with the wheelchair kid.
Again, you sound like a nuisance, and I support.
that. All right,
No,
let's
fuck
watch
them.
some more of this
Fuck
video
them.
Here we go.
of fucking
Here he goes. He's
like
oh,
Patrick
no,
Stewart.
there's-
That's not
Oh,
what
the
those
wheelchair
look like.
kid.
That is not an accurate depiction of what they do to the wheelchair kids.
You can't if you're not watching it.
we got through 4 seconds of video before you started screaming
If you're
again.
not watching at home, what is currently on the screen is a smoking, flaming bus, an adorable kid in a wheelchair who looks like he's like tethered into place by a fuck swing or something. And Tom is furious. At
Yeah, Joe's getting flashbacks with this adorable little white boy and this stern older man hooking him up to a harness. You've been there many times
No,
before.
that's just not an accurate depiction of how they chain up the wheelchair kids.
Oh my god!
There's a giant pole that they attach them to.
This sounds like a medieval torture
like
chamber.
how? Like they tape him to it?
There's
like
just
it's a
like
frat pledge?
no, there's just like 4 poles in the middle of the bus, and then they have like a little like bike chain that they just whip around it, and then they put the brakes on. But one time they forgot to put the brakes on. The kid just went He was just like he had like cerebral palsy. So he was like he just kept swinging around all over the place.
Did you go to school like a double team rodeo? Like what are you fucking talking about? They
This
just
is not
changed-
accurate.
There are a lot of different school districts, Tom. All
Well,
right.
I've never seen a chair like that.
All right. Anyway. All right.
Oh, he's getting the inflatable.
Laying down his slide. Just shove him out. He'll crawl away.
Yeah, this kid's legs clearly work.
He's
What? He just laid him down on this mattress.
He's gonna leave him
and
in
I'm
there.
going to abandon you.
So here's, I guess, what it seems like is he puts down a fucking arrow inflatable bed, and then he's gonna pull him out onto the ground and cause way more trauma than would have happened if he just pushed him out on the fucking chair.
I'm going to suffocate you before the smoke does and get you to the Lord quicker. That'll be a commendation by the city.
Okay,
How
he's
great would
pulling
it
him
be
out
if
of the
he-
bus on the air mattress.
This seems so unnecessary.
Yeah, this is
The
incredible.
bus would have been set on fire by now.
It's
Wouldn't
like a
Here's the
foot
thing:
drop.
you need real, like, special kids.
Oh, there's the iMovie title.
Oh, this is dramatic.
Oh, wow. I don't know why.
Does this woman with her like cankle arms look more accurate, Tom?
Well,
Yeah, that's much more accurate.
And he laid him down on the tarp to like carry him out. Like, what are they worried? Like, going to get his clothes dirty? They're all like sticky, I'm sure, like they normally are.
Well, no, that was just to keep him from touching all the fucking Cheeto crumbs.
All right. Well, here's Keith Carey in a Party City wig driving a Suburban.
Special needs students must rely on their special needs bus driver to safely
Oh, fuck off!
This goofy
Tom,
bit that
this
Joe
is
brought
this
in.
is like it's like we're showing a Nikola Tesla some DC power.
Oh, fuck off. He just said special needs children must rely on their special needs bus driver.
No, we don't.
Maybe you just got a couple bad apple ties.
I had one good one.
I don't like apples.
No, there was one good one. The rest of them are just fucking idiots.
All right.
many of these students
All right, now we finally got a special kid.
There's
Oh, this guy's a very
Connor
good actor.
psyching himself up before a set.
He's like headbanging, like he always just hears metal in his head, like one of those.
students. Some of these students display emotional or behavioral disabilities.
Fuck you!
You to intervene and interact with them. And all of these students look to you, the special needs driver, to safely get them to their destination.
Oh my, yeah.
Ask yourself this question. Do you know how you would react if you needed to perform an emergency evacuation of the school bus?
Yeah.
It seems that no one really knows until they're put in that position.
No one really knows till they're put in that position.
They get it.
Tom, okay, what do
Tom,
you,
I never would have proposed this if I thought it would make you so upset.
I'm fine.
no, wait, no. What's your issue with what's going on right now?
They're just not responsible people. They're like, oh, they rely on you. No, we're not on the bus with you. You're on the bus with us. Stop making this about you.
You're not trapped here with
How
me.
do you just fucking quote Rorschach and act like the fucking staff is the problem? Like, what was your school? The bus driver just comes in, he breaks a pool cue. We're gonna have tryouts and throws it on the floor.
What type of bus driver made me locate like one of the
Saw a
retarded
dead cat
kids? Like
today.
she lost the directions. She's a fucking meth smoking idiot. And she was like to the bus, like, "Hey, who knows how to get to Igor's house?"
Well, they didn't have this instructional
His name
video,
was.
Tom.
If you know your kid has developmental problems, why the fuck are you naming him Igor?
Igor was Russian and he talked
that's
like a
not,
muppet.
Like, that's not going to exacerbate the problem.
He literally talked like this, and he had like fucking gray streaks, and they made me try to find this retarded kid when I had no idea who he was.
Well, I thought you convinced them that you weren't retarded, so like, you can lend a hand.
Here's
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
you
that's
want
like
it
what I
both-
did when I
you
worked
want it
all
both
my-
ways, Tom. You want retard privileges with not retard respect.
This
No,
is, no,
you
you
sound
should
like
have
a
done what I
difficult
did
boy.
when I worked at Old Navy, which was convince him I was a fucking idiot, so I didn't have to do anything.
This was like the third day I was on the fucking bus. Like
Oh, I like the bubble dissolve that they used.
Not only want to show basic evacuation.
don't touch them.
He's guiding them to safety.
Don't she okay, listeners at home, she put a hand on one of their backs and like ushered them towards the door. It was like you made it sound like she just fucking threw them out of the bus like a bouncer
They
at
don't
a
want to
bar.
be touched by her.
Can't imagine Tom Goss's version of this video. A gunfire on a school bus will separate the fakers from the not.
Can we make a new video? Can we make a special ed evacuation bus led by Tom Goss? Like, all right, you're gonna need some bait. I suggest Jolly Ranchers.
Once you were faced with an emergency bus evacuation. Our host throughout this video will be Martin Ward, CEO at Mid-Placer Transportation Agency. Martin.
Why are they doing slow motion getting the kids off?
Yeah, they're doing slow motion special running.
Education bus. Let's start with
It looks like bad special effects from a Capri Sun video.
the bus is so important.
There's the wheelchair preparation and inspection.
Nice public domain rock music that I probably used for a commercial on the show before.
One of the keys to a successful school bus evacuation is preparation. There are several important aspects of preparation. One of these is the pre-trip inspection of the special needs bus. Here are several of the items that need to be inspected. Each one of these items will come into play during a school bus evacuation.
Oh, and that's the end.
All right, well, it ended a little prematurely.
Yeah,
but
it sure did. Now I don't know what to do. I feel inadequately trained.
let's blame Tom.
Yay.
Tom's fault. All right, well,
Are you okay, Tom?
Yeah, I'm good.
Your eyes are bulging out of your fucking...
Joe, get your next.
I had a lot of fights with these people.
All right. Well, we're going to jump right into our next segment. We usually like to give them a little bit longer of a rotation, but there was a public outcry when we did this that the people were demanding that we do it with Tom. So it is time for the triumphant return of Manifestos. And this is a segment where we are all dictators of the world. And we get to decide, we get to make decrees that are absolute and universal to our people. So let me just see here. Is this... All right, I guess I'll...
good.
Is it? Do I sound... am I all echoey?
Very much.
Okay. Under new building codes, Keith's mother's womb will be condemned to hell!
Can you hear me? I can't hear myself.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Good. All right, I'll take one away.
All right, let me see which one.
All right.
Okay. All right, you ready, Joe?
Yes. At any time I see fit, I can order Connor McSpadden to go mow the lawn.
I know you wanted to be my daddy, but I didn't.
Subtext.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Attention, Asians. As your ruler, you will all be required to show emotion on your face in public at least once a year.
Yeah, black people get the hard time for not smiling in pictures.
No,
but
I know.
How about Asians? Give me a grin at the mall. Why don't
Those
you?
Asians are always taking pictures of our military installations.
You meddling whatevers. Who cares? All right, Tom. Give us the money.
People of Gossdom! Special ed kids will now drive their own bus!
Gossdom? What? Gossadonia, bro.
The sun
That's
never
too many
sets
syllables.
on Gossdom.
On the Gossdom Empire.
The Gosstomites, they would fight in a phalanx.
All right. Citizens, trans people will be now addressed by the gender-neutral pronoun gross.
Wow.
Can I be the vice president of Gossdom?
Good Lord.
I had no prior knowledge of any of these. Just kidding, Connor.
I never knowingly lied. All right, Joe.
Okay. Citizens, anyone at a coffee house whose order takes longer than 3 seconds to say has to dunk their penis head into their coffee for as long as it took to order.
Well, I'm getting a nice mocha, so I'm not worried.
Oh, there you go.
A little
That'd
refreshing.
still be unpleasant.
I am so with you.
Tom's thought about this a lot. He agrees.
Yeah, fuck, who's next? Robin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Attention, white progressives. All of your ironic racist jokes will now have to be pre-approved by 5 or more black people. Nobody's exempt, not even Stephen Colbert or The Onion. Yeah, that was all right. I had to do something because of the Asian thing to even it out.
Yeah, well, who's on your power committee of like who's the Supreme Court of white progressive jokes? It's like Wyatt Cenac, and he's wearing like a fucking Questlove wig.
I'm not good at writing jokes, so I don't really.
Oh, fantastic!
Sorry.
All right, speaking of
Glad we
Switch,
called you.
Tom, it's your
No,
turn.
you don't understand, Robin. They're one of the good ones, and therefore exempt from all sins.
People of Gossdom! Syrians no longer have to live on boats!
What?
Kept waiting for a second sentence.
What are you talking about at all?
A lot of Syrians live on boats.
That's not precisely what's happening. The issue's a tad more complicated.
Oh my God. Jewish people
They
will
don't-
be given better tanning beds.
they're not-
Okay, you really misunderstood the Holocaust.
They're not like Floridians trying to get off the grid, Tom. You understand that, right?
Yeah, it's not like a guy who's just like, yeah, bro, this is tax free. I can just sleep in the harbor. Okay.
Either
Jesus.
way, it's helpful.
Here we go.
Is that what your mom tells you when you fix the cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving?
Attention!
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
Oh, is it? Good.
Yeah. Every Friday will now be Casual Friday for casual racism. Just get it out of our systems once a week, right, gang? I think it'll be a lot less tension. All right, take it away, Joe.
All right. Citizens, anyone who tries to convince me to watch a comic book movie after I say I don't like comic book movies will be impaled on a giant dick, the tip of which will protrude out their mouth and fuck their own mother in the ass, and the condemned's face will slap into the mother's butt cheeks with every thrust for eternity.
Was that porn or Hieronymus Bosch?
How did you have a question so quickly? That was a lot of words to process. You had a question.
This is a man who moments ago was raging about the conduct on special needs buses, and he just dropped 2 Dutch amazing painters.
Yeah, Tom thinks very quickly in the wrong direction, if you haven't noticed. Okay, Robin.
Citizens, in his stand-up, Keith Carey will be required to actually take a strong stance on something.
Oh, shit!
Oh, God. He has to have a strong stance to be supported by a platform.
Yeah, every stage needs a strong stance from Keith's performing.
Yeah. See, I didn't really have a complete thought for that, but I knew that his fatness would carry through in the end.
Yeah, got to carry that weight. Yeah, his knees are really a marvel of like biological engineering. Like, I just imagine they're just like 2 jawbreakers down there.
They're like ant legs. Can lift 8 times their size, you know.
People of Gossdom!
Damn it.
White girls are no longer allowed to talk about bathrooms while wearing yoga pants!
What? Why not? What a specific thing to be angry at.
Like, you could tell Tom wrote these after like one thing made him mad. Like, not an issue in the world. Just like, yeah, I heard this white girl talking about a bathroom last week. I thought that happened to everybody.
Yeah, a lot of white girls talk to me about bathrooms, and I don't like it when they wear yoga pants and do it.
That's the thing that bothers you the most?
Tom, you just reiterated the joke without elaborating on it at all.
We don't see the correlation, Tom, is the issue.
Yeah.
We don't see the correlation.
The pants are very stuck to them.
What does that have to do with bathrooms? Like, you implied like it'd be okay if they were talking about kitchens.
Yeah, I don't want to think about them shitting when they're wearing like skin-tight pants.
Yeah, I don't like the pants elasticity ratio.
God almighty.
It puts bad images in my head.
I have so much empathy for your special needs bus drivers.
No, fuck that girl.
100% on her side.
Ah, fuck her. Except for one. One gave me a signed Phyllis Diller book. She's the shit.
Can't win with this guy.
Mean Boys will... We were never here, but we will be right back.
Oh, is that it?
Yes!
Oh, I thought there was another one.
Oh, well, do one more and try to redeem yourself.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Here's a great part. Imagine the dictator, in front of the like thousands of people, like wearing his military uniform. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys remember Scooby Doo? Never mind.
The big photo of his face just falls down upon him.
What would be the armband for Tom's dictatorship? Just a Tapatio fucking bottle in a circle. Okay.
People of Gossdom! Black people...
Really sticking to the Gotham.
Stick that landing, Goss.
Black people who enjoyed my set have to stop telling me they're praying for me after the show!
Oh my God, you did it. Against all odds.
Oh, God.
All right, well, that's a nice one to close off on. That was Manifestos. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Good morning, America, and welcome to Fabulous 1945. The Mean Boys radio program is brought to you by Lenigan's House Paint. Your home will be redder than the inside of Hitler's bunker. And by Neil Smith's Plastic Sheeting. Top your toddler in the rain with Neil Smith's Plastic Sheeting. News from the world at large. General Douglas MacArthur reports that radiation from the Hiroshima blast has rendered 60% of occupied Japan's fresh water unfit for consumption. The general remains unconcerned about Japanese welfare, claiming, quote, they've drank their fill on Hawaii tears. The general has ordered a cargo frigate full of forks to be sent to the nation at once, claiming, I didn't watch my best friend incinerated over Midway to eat a tuna sandwich with Tojo pokers. The general has also criminalized the raking of Japanese Zen gardens, saying, damned if a pair of slant eyes can't tell sand from leaves. And, from the Ho front, Congress has passed the Freedom Saws on Angels' Wings Act, which requires all libraries to report the checking out of any subversive communist literature to ensure the safety of our way of life. First Amendment, huh? How do you say that in Jew German, Frederick Ingalls? And the success of water fluoridation in major cities has inspired the infusion of another element into American products, lead. This pliable yet resilient metal can add durability to products from cookware to babies' crib bars. Have a lead lollipop slugger, you'll grow up to be a physicist. And today marks the 25th anniversary of the ratification of women's suffrage. In a sign of solidarity, polling booths around America are offering free ice water and aspirin to women voters suffering from mental overexertion. Don't stress your limits too far, girls. You ever see a handsome commie? I don't think so. The Mean Boys radio program, for when you tire of Amos and Andy and their political correctness.
And Mean Boys is back, everybody. I'm very, very excited. This week, we are closing out the show, as we always do, with our favorite game that has been prepared by Rob and Tran. It's time to play Which of the Following, fellas?
Yay.
All right, I've prepared for you guys. Which of the following is not a real Vince McMahon quote? So if you guys don't know who Vince McMahon is, he is the CEO and owner of the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, outstanding.
And he played the most despicable bad guy I've ever seen in wrestling. So which of these is not a real Vince McMahon quote? Okay. A, life sucks and then you die. B, it was interesting kissing Trish in public and my wife is sitting there in a comatose state in a wheelchair. C, Linda, if you want another baby, I'm your genetic jackhammer. Daddy's coming home. D, I flipped through the Bible today, and it was pure crap. I threw it in the garbage and set it on fire.
Wow. I think that first one is Nas, but I mean, I'm going to guess, B is so specific that I feel like it can't be fake, you know? So I'm going to say D.
I disagree. I'm going to say B because I think like Trish strikes me as like a name Robin would make up. That's like what she thinks like straight men fuck for in wrestling. Like obviously you got to fuck a girl named Trish while your wife is paralyzed beside you. So I'm going to say B.
Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Give it to me, Trish. Sounds like a fucking Denny's waitress.
What was C again?
And Linda, if you want another baby, I'm your genetic jackhammer. Daddy's coming home.
I could really see him saying that and just being so pleased with himself. I did a podcast with Rob Van Dam earlier this week, and he was talking about Vince McMahon and just like, yep, that's who he is. Like,
I'm going B.
All right.
The correct answer is D. I flipped through the Bible today, and it was pure crap. I threw it in the garbage, set it on fire. B was actually from a documentary where Vince commented about why he did that.
Well, here's my favorite part about this so far is the lack of joy in your voice as you read these outlandish quotes. I think well, like you hearing it out loud, you really are upset with how much of your life you've devoted to this.
26 years of my life. No, I'm just nervous because I like you guys.
Okay.
All right, let me try to get some energy
Hey,
going.
loosen up a little bit.
Have no expectations of us.
Would you? Do you want to take a minute? Do you want to take a minute and untuck? Would that put you at ease?
Ooh, trans and drag.
I'm Asian. I don't need to tuck.
Oh, wow. Shit. You're hacking it up with us just like you've been here your whole life.
I'm hacking it up.
Well,
in
you
more
have been
ways
here
than
your
one.
you have been here your whole life. You just realized that you were here. I mean,
Exactly.
last year. So
yeah. Okay. A, I enjoy destroying lives. It turns me on, especially an icon like Ric Flair. B, the reason Donald Trump's not coming out here is because he knows I have the grapefruits to give him a billionaire bitch slap. C, if Kurt Angle doesn't call immigration on Rey Mysterio, I'll fire him on the spot. And D, she's going to be raped by a motorcycle gang right in front of The Undertaker.
fuck, man.
I don't think.
Is Vince McMahon a super jail character?
I'm going to say D because I don't think The Undertaker would stand idly by and allow that to happen. I mean, he is a heel, but come on.
He's the voice of morality.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, Vince didn't say he would like it, just to...
Oh, okay.
I can't...
He's across the street.
Immigration on Rey Mysterio. I don't know about that.
That's a little smart for...
I think I'm going to say that one.
I'll say B.
You know, all right, so the correct answer, Connor is right. It is C.
Ooh,
Kurt
no
Angle,
hitter.
immigration, Rey Mysterio. He did once say to Rey Mysterio, "No more Spanish." So it was close.
I'm throwing a no clitter on your game here, Robin. Did we mention Robin's transgender? I feel like we just kind of.
I feel like there's enough context clues.
Yeah, I think I said it up
There's
front.
enough context clues and awkward silence where.
Okay. I think we've got an episode title, by the way. Context clues and awkward silence.
Okay. A, get on your hands and knees like a dog. B, God, where are you going? Come back, God. Ladies and gentlemen, God has left the building. C, I'm the one that's responsible for having Randy Orton dishonorably discharged from the military. Don't ever cross the boss. D, making love to a dead person, a female dead person if you're a guy. That's like high comedy if there ever is.
I think B is from the Vince McMahon translation of "Thus Spake Zarathustra."
That is the second "Thus Spake Zarathustra" reference on this podcast so far. Have you actually read that?
I haven't.
Okay, yeah, good. Because I was about to say that's cunty even for you.
Yeah.
It's one of those books you only need to know vaguely what it is, so you can.
I mean, I've read cuntier books. Just
we got to do a Joe's fucking book corner, Joe's smugness nook.
Oh, that would be a good slam.
Okay,
I'm gonna say D.
I'll say D as well.
Fuck. I don't want to say D because you guys did. Let's say C.
Tom is right. C is the fake one. Randy Orton discharged from the military. Vince McMahon was in a documentary justifying why he had a storyline where he made Triple H wear a cane mask and have sex with a mannequin inside of a coffin, and because he thought it would be funny because Triple H is saying Kane had sex with a dead body.
This must have been the
Boom!
ECM.
Don't conform.
I mean, I'm an NWO black and white fan, but jeez.
Okay, this is the next round. A, even if I wasn't your father, I wouldn't sleep with you if you were the last slut on earth. B, I don't think you realize that you're making me, a loving father, have to go into the ring and beat down his very own daughter. C, I'll never forgive your mother for giving birth to you. And D, I'm a victim of what came out of your demon-infested womb. I'm talking about our kids.
Let's say A.
Ooh, fuck. What is it? What are A and B again?
But he's not a good parent.
A, even if I wasn't your father, I wouldn't...
Dr. Tom over here. Like, you've got some issues.
A was, even if I wasn't your father, I wouldn't sleep with you for the last slut on earth. And B is, I don't think you realize that you're making me, a loving father, have to go into the ring and beat down his very own daughter.
I'm going to say A.
I'm going to say B, but it does, even though it does kind of sound like something you'd say, like he'll punch his daughter in the face and it's someone else's fault.
Yeah.
Tom?
I said A.
Oh, yeah. Well, the correct answer is A.
Hey.
He did. There was a match in 2003, Vince McMahon versus Stephanie McMahon. He made his daughter wrestle him in a match. And he choked her with a lead pipe at the end of it. And then he made out with his mistress and then pie-faced his wife.
I'm just picturing it. It's like Christmas.
Is this real?
Yeah, No Mercy 2003.
Dude, what the fuck?
God, it's like Christmas dinner and none of them will break kayfabe.
Like, these Vince McMahon stories sounds like Greek legends where, Zeus turned into a cow and then raped his daughter.
Yeah. Oh, the Undertaker turned into a swan. And
wow. The fucking coming of age father-daughter dance of WWE.
Yeah, he won the match. His daughter tried. She had a good comeback, but she didn't. All right. This is all real or all fake. A, I hope the U.S. loses the war in Iraq. B,
We know the answer.
B, the one person in history I'd have to make tap out would have to be Jesus. C, truth be told, I'm not a very big fan of the black people. And D, I could say anything I want to these idiots and they still cheer for me.
All real.
All fake.
I feel like this is the comedian Robin wishes you were.
I'm going all
You know what I
fake.
mean? Like you got all your Andrew Dice Clay energy out on the Mean Boys today.
Oh,
They're
that's
going with
funny.
all fake. Okay, well, I guess this is...
Wait, Joe.
I'm going to say all fake.
Well, these are all fake Vince McMahon quotes, but it's kind of a trick question because these are all real Kurt Angle quotes. He said this in one promo. And he was right because they still cheered for him that night.
What a heel. Robin, that was an amazing game of Which of the Following.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. That was fantastic. I think I still won, though, right?
We tied.
Oh, you took. Oh, fuck.
Because I got, I think I got 3 right, and you also.
Can you
got
do?
3
Can we do a
right.
tiebreaker? Can you just come up with one off the spot, and we'll do real or fake?
You and God can go straight to hell.
Real.
Didn't you say that in one of the other ones?
I had a bunch of other gaudy ones, but this.
Are you talking about your
Fake.
outfits?
It is real.
Okay. Well, suck it, Tom. I'm a small man, and I needed closure.
No, this is when Vince McMahon was feuding with God.
It's okay.
Because-
I'm not emotionally broken.
He was mad at a wrestler, so the guy was a born-again Christian. So Vince said, it's going to be me and the product of my semen, my son Shane, versus you and God in a tag team match.
That
God
sounds biblical.
God wasn't
Yo,
there,
this
of
sounds
course.
like the mental hospital. What?
And then he told him,
How
all
did-
right.
I just want to know how you evacuated a WWE match, not a special ed bus.
And I guess now I think about it, the Bible basically just is like WWE call-outs, like, and the spawn of my bloodland will populate Canaan.
All right. Well, let's reach into the Mean Boys mailbag this week. We got 2 emails. So this one reads, so you guys have talked about watching anime when you were young, and that's pretty rad. My question is, have you ever jerked it to any type of hentai? I know I have, but that's because I'm a sick fuck. Much love, as always, from your one fan in Stephenville, Texas, using his full name, Jesus Medina. Everybody wants to know how we feel about jerking it to cartoons.
Thank you, Jesus.
When I was a kid, I have a story about this a little bit. When I was a kid, me and my friends on my street liked anime, and they're like, "You got to check out this anime called hentai. It's just like Dragon Ball Z. You'd really like it." So I went home and Googled hentai, and I was like, "Oh no!" I just got all grossed out.
I've never jerked it to hentai, but this is true. Like when I was drinking really heavily, I did burst into tears and then jerk off after watching the Tweak and Craig Yowie episode.
Oh, that was a great
It
episode.
was beautiful.
It was really good. Tom?
I want a whole anthology of the sad YouTube videos you watched during like Joe's whiskey years.
Yeah.
Because I know it's like, oh man, Tom and Jerry really had something beautiful, and
They
then just
really-
fucking come self-destruct.
Yeah, I never jerked off to hentai. I like the the real porn. Yeah.
Thomas stroking his chin. Just saying this. I feel like that's a vital
Yeah, I
detail.
feel like we need a body language expert to go in here and be like, no, that's a lie. He clicked on that pop-up ad with Marge Simpson getting railed by Peter from Family Guy.
You know what? I enjoy the pop-up ads, and that's it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
When I was in 8th grade, my friend came over and said, I have some porn for you on the CD. And I said, please don't put it on my computer. And he goes, no, you'll like this. And it was one of those hentai games where you play. It's a video.
They have
like he's
games?
trying to get you to eat something at a restaurant. Like,
Yeah.
no, just
Yeah.
try it. It's fried zucchini. It's good.
And it's like it was something like you have to like one of those video games where you choose what she says and you have to choose the right thing to get her to get fucked by the guy. And I played it, and then I got a surprise boner, and then I jerked off to it, and I cried for a few minutes after because I jacked off to a cartoon. I've done it a few times since.
I'd play a hentai game, but that's only because I'm competitive. Like I feel like that would be like fun.
I had a friend. He lent me.
Pulled out the most cum. I win. Tom Goss.
I had a friend lend me a manga, and
What's that?
It's a if I was doing a Tom Lightning round, it'd be Gook Comics. It's a Japanese comic book.
Okay.
Anyway, he's like, just read it, you're gonna like it. And I was like, this is like a boring story about this like guy that's just going to this all girls boarding school. I don't care about this. And then like one of her tits popped out in a jacuzzi, and he started eating her pussy underwater, and I was just like, oh, gross. And I noted like there was literally like pages stuck together, and I just like tweezered it into a Ziploc bag and gave it back to him. I was so fucking mad. It was gross.
How would you eat someone out under in like a jacuzzi?
That's disgusting. Do you remember
Well, other people with like lung capacity are capable of holding their breath, Tom.
Yeah, but if you stick your tongue out, there's gonna be water in your mouth.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with this. Out of everything that you've heard so far.
Well, I mean, comic books, they like to exaggerate reality a little bit.
Eh.
Yeah, I had a friend that recently told me, he's like, yeah, I've been trying to get into hentai, like it was Radiohead.
Yeah.
You know, he listens to the show, too, so what's up, creep?
Yeah.
All right, we got one more email. And this, is
Definitely got a type of fan.
this is something we never talk about on the show. Yo, Mean Boys, I have been toying with wanting to be a stand-up. I have pussied out of many times, but the fire is still in my belly, so the feeling still makes me want to do it. So my question is, what advice would you give me so I can start on my dream? First of all, you got away with words already, clearly. Second of all, don't. Just, no. We don't need you, all right?
Yeah, if you keep letting it go and you come back to it, it's yours, man. Like it's just like
The pets you keep smashing.
Yeah, that's my hammer cat. That's Hammer Dog. And over there, that green puddle is Hammer Parrot.
Look, everyone's first set, like, you're here's the deal. You're going to be garbage.
Give Joe a minute. He's not doing well.
The green puddle is Hammer Parrot.
All right, I think the new title's Hammer Parrot.
Now you're gonna be garbage, but just know that you're gonna be garbage, and then you'll get better. If you stop it's not a big deal. It's just like when you like have sex or there's something, you're like, it's a big deal, and then after you've done it a couple times, like, oh, it's not. I just like doing it.
No, don't project. I was really good my first time, and if you're not, you should just quit.
Yeah, I agree.
Robin's
like you have 7 times this week.
Ooh. Robin's been getting progressively worse at stand-up as she's gone along.
Yeah. But I get a lot more sympathy laughs, so that's what happens. So if you
Robin, you just need to get like a back brace and you get to like go blind, so you can just like as you run out of things to talk about, you just like affect more disabilities. You're like, oh yeah, no, I got braces now. This is a new 3 minutes.
If you could tell your jokes through like a stick puppet, that's your only friend.
Hey, I like Kate Gary. Okay.
I love you, baby.
No, man, just go do it, bro. Just fucking. It's not a big deal. Just go do it, okay?
And
just keep doing it.
Yeah, buy someone a beer while you're there.
And when we come to Texas, maybe we'll let you be on the live show. You know.
Oh, he's out in Texas.
We won't do that.
No, we need fodder to mock. Obviously, I didn't mean as a contributing partner.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to bring me.
I will say this:
we're not going to bring you to Texas because you would melt. You fucking hairy candle.
Hey,
of a man.
I was in Arizona for 12 hours and I left because I got very sick.
Yeah, you got the flu.
I was coughing blood.
Yeah, Tom's like, yeah, I'm going to go to Arizona and live in my car, and then you immediately got like exposure sickness.
Yeah, I was coughing blood. I was like, yeah, I should go home. And then I took the 8 all the way back, and then I kept getting texts that I was in Mexico, and I was just so confused.
You got texts from who?
From
AT&T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they said you're in Mexico now.
It was like data charges are different now. And at one point, I just like walked through the desert. It was like all the cactuses are connected. I was pretty fucked up.
It was like the episode of King of the Hill where he get. Oh wait, no, this is The Simpsons. I'm tired. It's time to end the show.
Yeah.
Listen to Robin's album that we mentioned earlier. Santa Doesn't Love Every Kid. Very, very funny. I enjoyed it a lot. Follow her on Twitter at RobinTran04. You guys have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at GossGoss6. And then...
Were you mocking me, or did you just mess that up?
No, yeah, I'm mocking you.
Oh, okay.
When is this going to be released?
Tuesday.
Thursday, I'm going to be in San Luis Obispo at Curesburg Coffee. Oh, sorry, that's Friday. And then Saturday, I'm at Barmageddon in Tulare. I don't know if any of those people. And then I'm doing a tour through Oklahoma and Indiana.
Radio.
Yeah,
so check my Facebook and shit.
Everyone look for the trail of destruction in his wake.
Yeah.
Cool. Follow me on Twitter at Joe Dosh, JoeDosch, and I'll be at the Comedy Store Belly Room Tuesday night.
Great.
Nice.
I'll be at the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas for 14 shows Monday through Sunday this next week. So if you're in Vegas, come by and holler at me. I would love to see you. I think that's it, guys.
Oh, and Tuesday night, roast battle, me versus Jay Light. If you hear it, come out.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
I have one more. July 9th, Kate and I are doing our 3rd Unconventional Lesbian show at the Karma Lounge. So all those feminist blogger listeners that you have, go and come out.
I want the Mean Boys to come out and see that clash of worlds. Yeah. It's going to be segregated like a prom where everybody's shy. You know, we're like, someone's got to start the boy girl dancing.
It's gonna
tell that Asian to show his tits.
Like Ramsey. What's wrong with
it? Okay, fuck everything. God is dead. Good night, everybody.
Crazy shit.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Shiver it, crazy, shiver it.
See crazy shit, man, crazy shit. Oh, shit, shit it crazy, 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 shit it crazy.